Hello, I am back with Toxic again.
Hiya.
Because he's
Yep.
also ran this game as well.
Unfortunately,
What do you mean, unfortunately? That's rude.
it's really hard.
You think this is harder than Blade 1?
Well, you know why I think this one is harder for me, because I don't like analog stick, but
That is
that's
fair.
not.
Okay, so the main difference between this game and the other one is this one has a lot of glitches. So we're going to be enjoying breaking things. So, this is New Game Plus, so I'm gonna be... Oh, I need to screen share for you, don't I? Hold on. Really quick, let me just... Did you turn yours? Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
All good.
Alright. So, this is New Game Plus, so I will be using a completed save, which allows me to start levels with specific weapon sets, and it also allows me to use the UV grenade from the start of the game, which is very useful. And playing this game without that one specific weapon is awful. Right. Do we skip the training because it's boring?
Yeah.
The timer will start when I skip the first cutscene. So 3, 2, 1, go. This game straight away is very broken. I'm just gonna go over here. There's a nice box. I'm just gonna.
And you can see the improvement in graphics right away.
Yeah, this game actually looks kind of nice. So basically, what I did there is I got myself stuck in a small little gap and just clipped through the wall. No big deal.
Oh, timer is not working.
Isn't it? Oh, well, I'll do it again. It's fine. I know why. Hold on. I didn't. Oh wait, I can't even see the settings.
We know that it would be 46 seconds anyway, so.
What's that supposed to mean?
Consistent elevator.
Hold on, I need to put global hotkeys on because I forgot. That's my bad. I have it disabled so I don't mess with the timer when I'm restreaming. Right, it's fine. Okay, now it should work. Okay. Right, let's do this again.
This is one of the good levels of this game.
Yeah, it's like really short. Right, and go. We're off again. Timer is working this time. Look at that.
Yep.
Nice. So we didn't do the same thing. We slot into this gap. Don't punch me, please, sir. No. You have to be like really precise to get into this gap, or you can't clip the wall. There we go.
Yeah, if you're too much to the right box, like too close to the right box, you will not be able to go through. So we have to be closer to the left one. So that's why Matt is moving very slowly. And so for some reason, when you punch when you punch near the wall and you get stuck between wall and another object, you go through.
Yeah, if you can get stuck in a tight space, most of the time you can just clip through the wall by punching. So I just shoot two guys there. Triggers the end of the level. I went to split then. Would have been bad. Yeah. So in this game, when I'm out of bounds, you'll be seeing me jumping a lot because it's in this game it deloads areas, and if you get into like a deload trigger without jumping, you get soft locked and you can't move. So I'll be jumping out of bounds a lot. So right here, this level's meant to be really long, but we can just side jump into this plant pot or fail it. Do it again. It just clips us through the wall. Pretty good. And then we hit the trigger for the end of the level right there.
Yeah, in a lot of levels, end of the level trigger is in the elevator. I don't know if that's a specific theme for this game, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Also, when you finish the level, he goes, huh, and pumps his fist. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you see me shoot doors a lot because it makes them open a little bit faster, because if you try and open them manually by just walking into them, you kind of get stuck, so you want to try and shoot them. So throughout this run, I'll only be using the pistol and UV grenades. I won't use any other items. And there is quite a few in this game that you can use. So right here, there's a guy I'm going to shoot first because he can run into the bathroom because he's a weirdo. I'm going to kill him. And then this is the UV grenade. So the UV grenade in this game just wipes out rooms completely. So we kill all those to unlock this door. Jump
Shoot the
there to
guy.
get ahead. Oh, did you strat? No, I didn't. I missed it. He didn't die. No, even though I shot him a million times. So this looks normal. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Can
you just
explain
side
that?
jump. For some reason, there is no collision there when you side jump to the left because game replaces Blade's like level of his feet from the beginning of the jump level to a lower level, and that allows you to clip.
Yeah, so the game basically thinks you're going to land on the stairs when you side jump. So it predetermines that you're going to land on those stairs, so it puts you at that level. But if you jump onto something higher, after going over the stairs, you just clip through whatever's higher. And we'll be using that a lot throughout the one to get out of bounds as well. This level there's no skips we can do, we just have to destroy these computers. Or not. Can you blow up? Thank you. There's quite a lot. Also, in this game, as you can see, there's a lot of enemies compared to Blade 1. Thankfully, they're not as lethal, but they still can be pretty annoying sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they might hit you, but the damage will not get registered until you land on the ground. So even now, you might hear an occasional like hit on Blade, but his health will stay the same. But as soon as
wait, did I unmute the game sound? Dude, I swear, if no one noticed, there's no game sound. I don't think I unmuted the game sound. Let me check. No, I didn't.
No game sound.
That entire time you had no game sound. Cool. Well, now you do. Enjoy it. This game's got a lit soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
And in this level, you have to destroy 17 PCs, and only after that end of the level trigger is active. So we have to survive through this and try to be quick, because all those enemies are following you from room to room. And once we will try to reach the first elevator of this level again, you will get flooded, like this, by all those enemies. So.
Yeah, so you just want to try and not take too much damage in this level.
How do you have so much health? I have like 1%
I picked up the Mattmatt.
time. Oh, I see.
I went back and picked it up. I ain't not picking it up in the marathon run, dude. That's so risky.
I don't even know who carries it. Like, I know the...
if you use the UV grenade in that big room, you can just turn around and it will be there on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, so we can go back to doing another skip in this level. Oh, do you want to explain the UV grenade thing at the start?
Yeah, you can cancel the animation of using UV grenade on the ground underneath your feet and jump, and instead of using it at your feet, you will use it in the air. So like this, you will jump and it detonates in the air. So to cancel it, you just punch back with your feet.
That door ain't open, so you're finished in here. Door open.
Door open.
Can you move, sir?
Oh my god. In Blade 1, you would die there. If that happened. Someone is blocking you, well, you're dead. Well, here, it's more forgiving. Thankfully, enemies don't have as much health, but you don't have to waste 2 shotgun shells in their face to kill them. Here you kinda use 4 or 5.
So I'm gonna do another side jump to get out of bounds here. So I jump from the lower point, so it thinks I'm gonna land lower and I can clip into this railing, and I'm just gonna go to the end of the level. Hello, can you blow that up, please?
Yeah, you're not meant to be here yet. You have to watch the cutscene, fight vampires here, and then destroy this thingy, but we're able to clip here right away, skip all the cutscenes and fights, and destroy it.
Now we got the worst level in one of the... There's 2 levels are really... No, 3 levels. Actually, the entire game's bad, never mind.
Inner sanctum.
But this level is sketch, because you have to do it normally, and it's very easy to die.
Yeah,
and if I die at the end, I lose like 6 minutes.
Yeah, so, like, there is quite a bit to go during this level until you can pick up the med pack. And med packs are really good in this game, and there will be like 2 in a row, but you have to survive for almost 2 minutes until you get to one.
And the thing is as well, in this level, we want to take damage because we need the rage ability to fill up. and that fills up by punching people and also taking damage.
Yeah, as Matt mentioned during the Blade 1 run, in this game you're using Rage to be able to use Sword, so you can't use Sword right away. You have to have some Rage.
No, excuse me, give me the ammo.
Meter filled up. Wow, rude.
Also, the rage meter in this game has like 3 phases. So you have the first phase, which is just the sword. You have the second phase, which is shield, which makes you invincible. And then you have the third phase, which makes you really fast. I forget what it's called. But we need the third phase of it, so we can run with the canister at the end of this level. Because while you're holding the canister, if you get punched, you stop and you can soft lock. But if we're using the rage ability, we can just run and pass the enemies, and if they punch us, it won't stop us. So we need that for the end of this level.
Yeah, Blade can't use blades unless he's angry. Exactly. That's like one of the few things that are better in the first game, where you can use the sword right away. But in this game, well, yeah, you have to work to be able to swing it for like 15 seconds, and then you can't use it anymore until you're in rage again.
Oh, well, there is compromise to that, and that's certain levels force you to only use the sword. Like a boss fight later on in the end level also allows you to only use the sword.
Yeah. But those fights are not very good, so it feels like a torture to use that sword, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they give you the sword, but it's just the rage ability sword. Like, you don't get any of the extra perks. It's pretty boring.
So here's another
med
pack.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll just pick up the one on the helipad instead.
Okay. But yeah, you can pick that one up in the previous room on the right if you feel like you're gonna die here somewhere. But if you keep jumping here, especially through the middle of this corridor like this, you should be fine. Here Matt is gonna use another UV grenade because we need to kill some enemies, because once we are on our way back with the canister, we can't run past all those enemies. We need to be in a clear as much as we can, because that corridor will get refilled with enemies as it is, and if we don't clear the previous spawn, it's gonna be pretty sketchy.
So I got pretty bad RNG. I didn't take a lot of damage, enough to get my rage meter up, so I'm gonna have to stand here and let these enemies beat me up until I get the full rage meter, which is unfortunate, but nothing you can really do. Also, picking up these canisters is like, okay, so in this game you can punch with the right stick, so I move with the left stick and I can punch with the right stick. And using the right stick is also to pick things up, so you have to, sometimes you'll just punch when you don't want it. So right here I'm just going to wait and take a lot of damage.
Yeah, and the alternative is to press X, but X is also shoot. So instead of picking up the thing, he will shoot. So it's both buttons to pick something up are bad. Yeah, and we have to waste time on this. So
there's shield, which is the one that makes you invincible. We need the third one though.
Yeah, on the
I think
bottom
it's
left,
called strength. That's it. It's called strength. I remember now.
Okay,
so
let's
it'll
see.
make you go fast.
So
there we go.
fast.
Now we've got it.
Also, as soon as Blade's health starts to flash, he will keep his rage meter going up non-stop. I don't know if you mentioned it.
Yeah. So like, yeah, when it starts flashing, your health will slowly regenerate. But while it's regenerating, while it's flashing, the rage meter will also go up without you taking damage, because you're... I don't know why it works, but it goes up. So that would be the optimal way to do this level, would be to get there while it's flashing. It'll just fill up on its own without you having to let them kill you. Right here, we need to basically run with this canister to the end of the level. And sometimes they can block you. I'm just gonna have to hope they don't, because I'm on a timer. Can you pick it up?
Here is the rage.
This is very bad.
Nah, it's fine. You have a lot of time. Oh
no,
my.
This ain't gonna work at all. Because he wouldn't pick it up and I'm standing in front of him.
That's really twisted.
Nah, you look good. Just don't.
Oh my god, stop please. Leave me alone.
Monka
Go away.
S. Go on the wall. There we go. Like, you can slide
That's
along
fine.
walls, and you will not get stuck on enemies. That's, like, really
That
helpful
was so
in the run.
sketchy.
Dude,
I didn't die.
didn't need my heart anyway. Nice heart attacks.
I just don't know why it wouldn't pick it up. So that was the first chapter of the game. There's 3 chapters now on the second one, which is... What's it called? Layers of the Baron, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to kill these guys because they're a nuisance, and then we're going to do another out of bounds.
This one is actually the one I have a lot of problems with recently. It's pretty precise, but look at Matt. Nice.
It's fine,
Pretty-
dude. So now we just jump in a straight line for about 2 minutes, enjoy.
Yeah, pretty good. This is like a subway level, and it's pretty long. But jumping out of bounds is quicker for 2 minutes, so we'll take that. Instead, you have to readjust yourself once as soon as you see out of bounds starting to get rendered a little bit, and train going past you. You can use like clouds in the back of the level to know where to go next. At least that's what I use.
I can't believe the first, like, what, 5 minutes of my run was muted, dude. Fine.
It's something to do with me, just like our Dead Space thing. What?
Oh, yeah. No, it's because I muted it so it didn't get picked up while you were doing your run, and I forgot to unmute it.
It's fine. Well, now we have this amazing music, though. Or do we? Because this level is super quiet. But yeah, also on this level, at the very end, you will
Where am
see
I?
Matt jumping.
Oh. I thought I didn't...
No, you're going fine. No.
I thought I didn't go... I thought I went too far. I was confused there.
You will see him jumping into end level trigger instead of just walking like this. Because
Yeah.
if you just walk like this, it will not work. You have to jump into the level again.
And once you walk through that, if you don't jump, like if you jump too early, you'll get stuck. And you won't be able to trigger it, and you'll have to restart the level. Also, this is the worst level in the game.
No, stop that right now. You take that back. It's the most boring level of the game.
Yeah, which
not
makes it the worst level in the game. This is literally an escort mission where you can't speed it up whatsoever. You just have to slowly walk around and do things.
So I think you mentioned to me that you can get to the end of the level without Whistler, but it will not activate the end of the level.
Well, the end of the level is where you start it. It's over there.
Yeah, so we need Whistler to get back there as well. So we have to go around the whole sewers for like 7 minutes. So enjoy.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Also, you can cancel the reload animation by, if you go to reload and you walk and then let go of a walk, when you press reload, you just cancel it. But I don't really make use of it in the run because I'm stupid.
Excuse me.
So we just wait for him. If we get too far ahead of Whistler, it will spawn vampires on him. So we have to stay in a certain radius with him. Also, this mission introduces you to Reapers, which is those guys over there with his shirt off. Those things can only be killed by a UV grenade, so that's why we have them. In new game runs, you don't have any UV grenades here, so you have to just run past them.
Yeah, and one thing about UV grenades is that it kills everything in its visibility. So if that vampire would be running on the bridge and railing of the bridge would block him from the vision of UV grenade, he would not die. He would continue to run. So if he would be like behind some sort of a pillar, he will also not die. So you kind of have to be sure that you actually see him right now and he's not getting blocked by anything. Now we wait for Whistler. If you go too far away from him,
explosive device,
he will get attacked.
Yeah, it's not very fun. Because
Explosive.
the fastest way to do this level is to not let Whistler take any damage, because if he gets hit by anything, he will get slowed down. And you also want to time your UV grenades to not stun him as well, because they will blind him and he can't move for like a few seconds. Who's shooting me? I got shot in the back then, what?
Nice Whistler. Betrayal. Yeah, you
What was
have
he
to be
gonna say?
careful with your pistol ammo on this level because there is not a lot of it. And you want to conserve some of it for end of the level.
Yeah. The end of the level is probably the part where you're going to lose the most time, because you don't have enough supplies usually to actually do it optimally. And then sometimes they'll get past you and hit Whistler, and then it's a sad day. Yes, and there he is, look at him. Beautiful man. Also, that guy always drops ammo once Whistler comes in this room, so we just picked that up. Excuse me.
Wow.
That. And there's also two boxes of ammo down here as well.
Nice.
We'll grab these while we wait for him. What? I wasn't even that far ahead of him. What do you mean? Nice,
At
dude.
least he has a lot of health, so...
Yeah, but that was slow. I didn't realise I got too far ahead of him. It's fine.
You were not too far ahead, that's the thing. I don't know why they spawned. That was like the usual pace.
Do it. Oh. I'm going to use another UV grenade here to take out these enemies in this room. And hopefully do it quick enough so it doesn't stun Whistle out. Which it didn't. Oh, it did. Yeah. He's not even looking this way.
Wow.
Rude.
But yeah, Whistler is planting explosive devices, as he likes to call them, and we have to protect him throughout the whole level.
He has to do that twice in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It did it again! Go away.
Whistler has a shotgun, and I think it one-shots enemies. It's pretty brutal shotgun, like... I think he even has some sort of a special animation for it or whatever. I think he even has the knockback when he's using it.
So I'm going to do a thing
cool.
here where it's meant to spawn enemies on this corner when he starts planting the explosive, but if I just stand here, it won't spawn them.
That's pretty cool. You know what's also cool? That vampire on the right from you, we need to kill.
Oh yeah, we just use one UV grenade on that guy.
Yeah, they are very annoying. There will be one more at the end of the level, but you don't have to kill him. You can just smack him a couple of times off the bridge and you'll be fine.
Doesn't he drop? Yeah, he does drop his time. I forgot about that.
There should be health here somewhere. Oh, there it is. No. What?
It's over there. I'm not getting that though.
Okay.
I think there should be health in this corridors. I don't think I picked the other. Wait, did I pick the other one up? I don't remember.
Anyway, as long as you have ammo, you should be fine on this level. Like, you shouldn't die because of damage received. You leave that to me. That happened a lot of times. Was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but the difference is with this game and Blade 1 is like if you die in this game on specific levels, it will put you back to the start of the level, and that can lose you a lot of time. Like there's some levels where it can lose you like 6-7 minutes. Which is really, excuse me. Which is really annoying. So I'm going to use another UV grenade here to kill these guys. May need to save the pistol ammo, which is the only reason.
Yeah, in this game you mostly die because you get overwhelmed by enemies, like many enemies, gigantic group. In the first game, as you could see on the last level, 2 enemies can stack upon each other, get into a big transformer and just one-shot you.
Oh, do you want to
Pretty
explain the side jumping and changing direction? Because I'll be doing that at the start of the next level.
Yeah, and then starting the next level, you'll see Matt doing the similar thing that he did with the side jumping in the Blood Club, one of the first levels. And when he is doing that side jump, he will do it on the right side, I think. You can press down on your analog stick, and it will side jump Blade back into his initial position. And it will also remove the floor under his feet, so he will land on the next plane of this level. So basically on the water underneath him. So it basically changes his landing position from top to bottom. Pretty useful.
That was awful. That was
But at
very
least you're
bad.
past most boring level. Back to
City
good shit.
sewers.
Yes, so he's jumping to the right and then immediately jumps back.
So the way you jump back is you just hold backwards and you'll jump the opposite direction of the way you initially jumped, and it only works with jumping sideways. So you jump left, jump right, and then you hold backwards and press jump again, and you change direction. You can also do this with jumping forward and then jump backwards as well. But obviously that way isn't, because you can't, when you jump forwards and backwards in this game, you can't clip through stuff the same way you can as with side jumping. Again, we're just going to go to the end of the level.
Yeah, we leave Whistler until the end. Oh my
And
god.
if I'd have gone too far right, then I would have fallen down, and that would have been
Yeah,
very
this is the
bad.
end of the level. And now back to boring.
I think you
Although
like
this is
level.
my favorite
This
level.
level's got a tune.
Yeah, the tune is good. This is my favorite level because it's movement based. You have to be very precise with your movement if you're grinding ILs. You have to run away from a very scary
Oh,
monster
I always show it in
behind
every
you.
marathon, so I'm going to show it.
Yeah,
There's a monster following me.
someday, maybe.
Yeah, that thing. Looks like a dinosaur, and you just have to run away from that.
You can see rats on the floor. They're showing you the correct way to go. So if you're lost, just look on the ground and follow the rats.
I mean, they have to put it far away from you because this area is literally a maze and you can get lost in it very easily. But since I know where to go already.
Yeah, but yeah, this level is pretty inferior compared to other levels of the speedrun because there is no way to go out of bounds to successfully complete the level.
No, remember now, there's a few levels where we just haven't been able to find a way out of bounds, so it would be very useful if we could.
Yeah. So we just have to casually run away from this dinosaur thingy. Is it the blood donors next?
Yeah. That's that level done. Do you want to explain the out of bounds in this?
Yeah, you
I'm doing
can...
the new way, not the old way, by the way.
So without chair.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
shitty chair way. That. Oh, you could have launched me. Sometimes that guy can open that door and fling you forward.
But yeah,
Okay.
in one of the next rooms, you can go out of bounds if you jump on the railing and you do the side jump and then you push backwards again. So the same as the one of the previous levels. And that changes your landing position from the railing to underground. And you will go below this level. And you have to be quick because if you're not, enemies will flood this room. And nice. Now we are out of bounds, we have to be careful, and we need to align ourselves to specific points just to know where to go, basically. And I think Matt has some visual cues, and he knows how many jumps he needs to go in a specific direction before changing it to more to the left. I don't, I just kind of yellow it. And it always loses me time, so it's fine. And now we're skipping like 90% of the level because you have to go through different corridors with security stuff that you need to deactivate, electricity traps and whatnot. And then you arrive here where you need to push 2 buttons on this floor. And then one of the statues on the bottom will appear and you need to either shoot it or punch with your fist.
With this route, it's probably faster to just shoot it because the enemies are shooting you.
Exactly. To my knowledge, punching it is quicker, but when you land from the second floor, you're almost always too far away from it to punch, so it's better off just shooting.
This has got the worst out of bounds.
This is the most difficult trick in the game, I would say. It's the same one as before, but it's the most precise one. Like, you have to be really careful with side jumping and changing direction. Wow. Nice betrayal game. Literally just contradicting my words.
Well, you should have seen the one I did the other day. It was horrendous. Doing that.
I think I still have like a full minute to save here in my PB, so good.
Yeah, so the timing for that change of jump in midair is very, very tight. Because if you don't time it right, if you do it too early, you'll won't clip through, and if you do it too late, you'll fall down. And you have to go up the stairs again, line yourself up again, and then get back on the railing again. And also, this part is just knowing where to go out of bounds, and because the out of bounds in this game is entirely black, and you can't see where you're going. You just have to know where you're going, and have a feel for it.
Yeah, you kind of want to have visual cue just to know what to look at and what to look for, to know where to go. Also, help me, Blade. We're trying to help this. Who is that even? Scientist or whatever?
Dr. Grant.
Oh, I see.
Jeez, pretty useless.
Yes. Just like all characters in this game. Except Whistler, because he's good at planting explosives.
So this next level used to be a really, really, really long escort mission that was way harder than City Sewers because you actually can die on it. But then beautiful me was messing around and just jumped off a railing and just went through a wall and managed to find a way to skip this level because you never used to be able to.
Yeah, here in the beginning you have to shoot some vamps while she's lockpicking the door. And once we're through the door, we can kinda abandon her, but I don't think we will. Because after this door, you just have to kill a few enemies and you can start going through the wall to do the skip. And you can't waste too much ammo, because to finish the level, you need to destroy the statue. So once you're back in bounds... Nice. Once you're back in bounds, you need to have at least 15... like 12-15 ammo to be able to destroy the statue. Otherwise you would have to punch it, and it's so far away from you that by the time you run up to it, she will die.
Just so gonna get in this corner and line myself up a specific way, and then just on a jump and you just go through the wall.
Good game.
We side jump to line ourselves up, we turn, then we do 2 side jumps to the left. You do that really amazing noise, and then you fall. And then once we fall again here, we want to turn right a bit, get back in bounds here.
Help me, Blade.
Shoot this switch to unlock the end level trigger. Jesus. And now we have to hit this trigger before she dies, which sometimes can be very tight.
Yeah.
So now, ugh.
It's already this? Oh no.
Disgusting. Awful level.
Awful level. Wow.
So this is the only actual technical boss fight in this game. And it's horrible. So we have to destroy these pipes to actually be able to damage him. So you can not do what I'm doing. I'm stabbing them from like backwards because it's a little bit faster. You can stab them from the front, but it plays an animation. But it's more consistent. Sometimes when you stab them from the back, it's not. So do you want to explain what I'm going to do for this?
Yeah. Here we need to reset Vorpal's position to the middle of the room, just so his AI wouldn't bug out and he wouldn't fly around the whole room all the time. And Vorpal is the guy on the left, the boss. And once we hit him...
Why are they so far away from me?
Yeah, like he's reloading himself in the middle of the room right now, and you watch where he flies. So he will stay in the middle. Matt will slash him once and run away to the middle of the room again to reset his AI. So he will.
This is terrible. The vampires are being really mean. Stop! I'm gonna die because I've already got no health. This is awful.
Yeah, this is pretty sketch. and you have to do it again, and then run away again, and you repeat until you win. But the main problem is not the Vorpal. Like, Vorpal is pretty stupid, as you can see. He just stares at you after he landed for a few seconds. Vampires, however, are just disgusting, because they keep respawning, and they deal a lot of damage to you. Also, exactly, there we go, that's what I was about to say.
This stuff is annoying as well.
Yeah, you can get special animations when you kill enemies like that, and if that happens when Vorpal is moving, or you try to find him in the area, you might die because you will just get attacked by him because you're not able to find him. He would already land like this, and he might one-shot you because you're low on health.
Also, we should point out as well, when he lands, he has iframes for a few seconds, so we have to wait before we attack him.
Yeah. And you can't attack him twice. Like, you attack him once and he flies away. Like, you can't land 2 shots, so you have to do one and run away to the middle again.
My vampire killing skills have been pretty good at the moment, so I haven't taken much damage in a while.
Yeah. And at the very end, you will notice that he will have 0 health, but he will still be alive. That means that we need to slash him one more time, because this game is good.
Yeah, so after this hit, he should technically be dead, but he, oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah, that's the G-bait. Where is he? Oh my god, no, good.
Nice health, dude.
Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes he might G-bait you and fly around instead of landing, and he will be out of your sight.
No.
That's pretty stupid. Okay, he's on the right. Should be fine.
I'm glad I didn't die on that, because that's really difficult. And it loses a lot of time if I die.
Like, after the first minute of the fight, it went pretty okay.
Yeah, because I didn't get trolled by the vampires, dude.
Into the mountain.
Yes. So now we're on the last chapter of the
Canyon
game.
Hill.
But this chapter is the longest in the game, so
Yeah, here you able to skip majority of the level, just like with most of the levels in this game. And to do that, you need to keep jumping while you're getting stuck between the wall and the gigantic rock. You will see in a minute what
yeah,
Matt will
it's
be
pretty
trying to do.
random.
Really twisted.
Yeah, like there is no actual setup. You just kind of hope that you will get pushed. Like
We
you
kill
try
these
to
guys
align,
so they don't annoy us.
try to align yourself with something, but it's not really working. So here you just keep jumping like a professional, and maybe someday you will get pushed.
Really twisted.
If you go too deep into that wall, you should reset yourself like this, because from that point it will not work. What is he doing? Go away. Nice.
Why is this not working, dude? This is there we go.
Nice. Yeah, and from here you just have to find a gigantic wall in front of you, and then you can adjust yourself accordingly.
Really twisted.
This
Wow.
chapter is 30 minutes long. Yeah, it's like more than 20 minutes for sure, because one of the levels will take us around 7 minutes, and one of the levels is like another 6 minutes. So, And here we can jump back inbounds for whatever reason, and we're gonna be fine, because this is end of the level, and no one will kill us here.
Really twisted.
Nah, this next level is the worst level in the game. By far.
The energy stores.
You can moan about it. Tell everyone
Yeah,
why you hate
well,
it so
don't
much.
worry. That's what I'm gonna do for the next 7 minutes. So in
Oh,
this
you gotta
level,
explain this thing first, though. Out of bounds.
yeah, you can get on the ledge of this window, or whatever you can call it, and then make one step back, and it will clip you through the ground, and you will get out of bounds, which only works on PAL version.
It works on NTSC, but it's very difficult.
But it's super precise. Like I wasn't able to do it once in many hours of trying, so I just assume at this point that it's only PAL.
So this out of bounds doesn't skip the entire level. All it does is allow us to get to the point to turn on off the electricity a bit sooner.
Yeah, because normally you would have to go to one of the other floors in the beginning of the area, collect some sort of a card or press some buttons, and then you'll be able to access long corridors, and there you would be able to deactivate electricity shields, but we completely skipped that. And we're gonna jump right inside one of the gigantic warehouses slash big areas where we have to deactivate the second electricity thingy. Like there are two of them, and you deactivate it here. There are a lot of enemies here, but they're not a threat. And once you deactivate it, you need to partake in the worst thing in this game. Like, oh my god. There are two rooms on this level. Each of them contains like a fuel tank-ish device. To activate them, you need to bring 2 fuel containers to each one of them. When you're carrying, they can nice. Wow, what? When you're carrying the container, you can't shoot, and you're very vulnerable to enemy attacks, and you can get overwhelmed by enemies really quickly. So you will see Matt carrying the capsule here, and then dropping it like midway to get rid of enemies, because it's literally impossible to get into first room without killing them, because they're usually in such pattern that you're just not being able to squeeze in between them. And the worst part of this is that you get a lot of damage, especially when you're trying to climb up the fuel tank itself, because there are like 3 or 4 soldiers who are shooting at you, and if they all shoot at the same time instead of hiding from you, well, good luck resetting right away.
Awful level.
Awful level. Especially since you have to do this twice. This is like, oh no. But yeah, you kill this dude on the bottom, then you kind of want to kill as many enemies as you can on top. At some point you have to start running because it takes too much time. Also, yeah, nice. Yeah, this is probably the best bet for Marathon, just to get rid of them, because they can soft lock you to death. Like, they can shoot non-stop at you. Especially if you're stuck in the door frame by some other enemy, getting pushed into door frame, and you're getting shot from the other side, you just dead.
So there's a save point there. So we didn't really mention those. Those little glowing ball things are like save points that you can use mid-level. So if you die in the level, it respawns you there. But the thing is, unlike Blade 1, you have to literally go into a menu and save, I think. I don't remember. But it's kind of slow. And you don't really need them in this game. I mean, I guess if you could take them, but...
Yeah, like in Blade 1, if you're not using a memory card for Blade 1, you can just use the checkpoint by pressing X. It's instant. But if you're using memory card for Blade 1, you have to manually save the game, and each save takes like 4 seconds.
What am I doing? I can just run past them, I don't have to shoot them, I forgot.
I usually kill them like this. But
all of these, up until the last one, ones you can just run past. Unless
this
you're
guy's
a dick
rude
like
though.
this guy.
Yeah, yep, that guy. Classic. But yeah, here on the bottom, once you're off the stairs, you kind of want to kill everyone, because there is a warehouse on the left, and it contains a lot of enemies. Oh my god, why are you alive? Holy shit.
Yeah, so you can get stun locked in this game, and it's very easy to happen there, and if it happens, you can't do anything. You can't put the canister down, you're just stuck. So here I'm just going to go, and hopefully they run and take cover, which one did. Second one.
We're on last one, good.
Now allows me to just go straight to it.
Wow, that was an okay energy source though.
I think it was faster than my fucking PB.
Nice.
Now this level is also awful. Because there's one enemy in it that can ruin your day.
Yeah, there is...
Did we explain the syringe bitch?
No, I will. There is a vampirus here. who has a gigantic needle or syringe. If she stabs you with that thing, you will start taking a lot of damage the next time you get hit, right?
So I think once you get hit, after a few seconds, your screen will start to go blurry, and then your health will just start depleting without nothing touching you. That's how it works. And I think it takes about half to three quarters of your health. Can you move? Mike Biscuit, please. Why do you do this to me? Thank you.
Yeah, our boy oh my god.
No. Okay, so she's gonna be here. I need to kill her. Oh my god.
Did she do the thing?
No, she didn't.
Because I couldn't tell. That was
The needle
so
just
sketchy.
flew out
Jesus
of her hand.
Christ.
Wait, did she hit me? No, she didn't. Oh my god. I was about to cry, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, so this level's kind of hard to get decent movement in because there's so many enemies and you just gotta hope you can get through them. And also, one of the main directors of this game, Mike Biscuit, told me that he deliberately made the AI block the doors to annoy me. Or to annoy the player. So thank you.
Rude.
I know. I can't believe you do this to me, Mike. How dare you?
Here you want to have UV grenade just to get rid of those enemies that spawn after the cutscene, and they will spawn again. So you use another one, and then you kill 2 more enemies in the elevator. So this is all consistent. You just know who to kill and when. In new game, it's a torture.
Oh,
Like,
this
on
level in
NG
new
Plus,
game's
pretty
awful
good.
because you don't have the UV grenade and you have to shoot them all, and most of the time you run out of ammo. So this is the second to last level of the game. Yeah, and it used to be the hardest level until one day I was just messing around and I just backflipped into the last fence you go through and just clipped through it, and it just works. This level used to be so difficult until I found that. We still have to unfortunately play through some of it to unlock. Excuse me. We have to play through it to unlock the area. Which is unfortunate, but it's fine.
But yeah, usually you have enough health to finish the level. Right?
So like the thing is
bad.
with the end level trigger in this game, or in this level, sorry, is you can't just hit it. It's elevated, because in this game when you go out of bounds you get set to a specific plane, and this plane that you get set to is way lower than the actual trigger to end the level. There used to be a way out of bounds in that area, but it put you on the floor, so you couldn't hit the trigger. But since I found a way to clip the gate, you just clip the gate that leads to the trigger, so you don't have to worry about getting any height to hit it, which is very useful. So we just jump past these guys. Also,
Yeah,
that
after
always
that
happens on that. You always
my
kick
God.
that first. Don't know why.
And here you want to go at an angle, because if you jump straight at the door, there is a good chance that you will meet some enemy there. Also,
So then we
nice
jump
jumping.
over and after we clear the railing, we jump backwards to put us closer to the door. So now that switch allowed us to get to the area. So in this level, you're meant to escort Dr. Grant to the area we're about to go to, and then she hacks something, and then everything blows up, and then it opens the gate. But escorting her through this area is one of the worst things in existence. It is awful. It takes so long. She takes so much damage. Most of the time she'll die if you try to go fast. It's not fun. But because we can do this skip, it means we don't even have to go and get her. We can just go straight to the end of the level. We don't even have to go and get Dr. Grant. Excuse me.
Monka S. Nice. I'm glad he did not decide to jump one more time. You would jump up the stairs. Yeah. Because I usually do it. That's really sad when it happens. But yeah, we're going to end of the level right now, and to actually jump through the fence, you need to press backwards and jump at the same time while standing in a specific position according to the gate. Like, it wouldn't work at any point of the gate. You have to be very closer to the middle of it for it to work. Not like pixel perfect, but it's pretty precise, and Matt will probably use like Blade's left hand that he uses to aim to align himself.
Yes, here it is. So this is the final room of this level. This is the machine that she's meant to turn off, and there's the gate over there, as you can see. It's very closed, very sealed.
Why don't
very
you use EV
impenetrable.
grenades? When you're blocked?
Not.
Yeah, that's the question. Well, if you're stun locked, you can't use anything. If you're completely stun locked, and
core.
when you're blocked, it's quicker to fire a gun. So that's why we're not using UV grenades. Also, this is the last level of the game. Really
Yeah.
fun.
Amazing.
This is a boss fight, but not really.
So my estimate for this game is very high, and I put it that high. I'm kind of glad I did now because we're behind schedule. But it's very high because of what can go wrong in this game. Like I can lose like 10 minutes just failing 2 levels. So that's why my estimate is very high. But this run's been decent. I haven't failed a level yet, so I have to destroy these. And then go around here. Do the last one.
Really twisted. Really twisted.
And now Whistler's gonna come and crash the party. Here he
Yeah.
comes. Boom.
The typical Whistler with
Do you want to
his
explain how
explosives.
amazing this strat is?
Yeah, you usually have to fight all those enemies while Whistler is planting explosives, but if you go to this edge of this rock and just go down, you will land on a specific point of this mountain thingy, and you can stand there and all enemies will just look at you on the left. Some of them might follow you and jump down, but they usually fall down anyway, so...
Yeah, so
look
they
at
just
this.
stand there. So
Yeah,
Whistler's over there, as you can see in the distance, just going to plant the explosives. And they don't care. They just standing there staring at me. So we just literally sit here for like, what is it, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and just wait. Really
Yeah,
fun.
they're just judging you here, so...
Really twisted.
not much happening.
So, remember I said this run was going to be a complete shit show?
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was actually decent.
Explosive device planted. 2 more to go.
I mean, apart from me having the audio muted.
And it will be quicker than my Blade 1 run, which is a thing that shouldn't have happened. Because Blade 1 is quicker by at least 5 minutes.
Oh, also we can do a cool thing where we can hunt this wall. It's pretty good. Oh. Get in there.
Nice.
Really twisted.
This won't be world record. My PB for this game is really good.
Really twisted. Really twisted.
Yeah, they're looking at us and judging us.
I wish it was like a first person like aiming perspective so I can look better.
Like the thing? No. No.
Explosive device planted. 1 more to go.
Look at that, 1 more to go, boys.
Explosive device planted. 1 more to go.
Oh yeah, those are some big ass titties. Look at them nipples, dude. Oh, a nipple's clipping through her arm, dude. That's how big it is. Yeah, that is technically a boss, but you don't fight it. Whistler just blows it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If you're wondering what my PB is for this game, my PB is 49.58. So it's not too far off my PB, probably about a minute and a little bit over a minute.
Yeah, as soon as you see Whistler pop up on the bottom of the screen here, in between those enemies, that's when you should jump down and just follow him. And you can get to end of the level, and then you have to wait for Whistler to reach a certain point, and as soon as he reaches that, that's the end of the speedrun.
Oh, no, it's bad. You meant to land on the ledge. Because you have to wait for Whistler anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for like 5 more seconds until he's in the position.
Get your
My
ass
god,
moving.
what is those
I ain't
jumps?
got all day.
Jesus.
That was really sketchy.
Yeah. Oh my god. You don't have to run until the end of this cavern, but yeah, it's safer that way.
And time.
Nice.
Gaming. Right, so I would really like to let you watch these fantastic credits, but we are behind on schedule, so I'm gonna cut it very shortly. I'll just let you watch this little bit of this cutscene. Well, there you go. That's the final cutscene. Is that?
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
the whole plot. Yeah.
What a game. 51.26, not too shabby. What's your PB again, Toxic?
Stop. It's like 57, I think.
Isn't it 59? Well, you're lying to them.
It's the submitted one, but not.
Wait,
the-
you got a PB? You didn't submit it? What do you mean?
Of course, because I was trying to grind it, but then I decided not to
I
and
can't
switch to
believe
Blade
this.
1.
I cannot believe this.
That was a mistake. I'm sorry.
Well, anyway, that was the sick blade block. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What's next? I don't remember. Even though I'm the restream, I don't
Hopefully-
remember what's next. Oh, Dead Rising 2, that's it.
Hopefully someone will learn the fighting blade game for next shots fired and show that one.
Yeah, the Game Boy Color one. Put it there. Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.